this same story is written in Egypt. So importantly, where it was written was in the Isis temple in Giza, and there was discovered these same texts. So what it's telling us, once again, we're pointing out some symbols. So we see there's the two pinnacles, you know, and in Egypt texts they have a thing like this for water and so on, another one for mountains, but this is directly two pinnacles. And so what we're seeing is just either side of us, there's a right and left, are these very two pinnacles that we're looking at. And just a natural formation in the rock. But what it's doing for us is it's being precise. And these were very precise people. They're very honest, you know. And so here what they're saying is between the pinnacles, and this is a well-known text. So this is behind the hidden wall. So between the two pinnacles, behind the hidden wall. Lovely start, you know. And then here we've got a bread loaf upside down. Rather worn now, but this is 4,500 years, huh? And so this is a symbol for Tep, girl. So it's saying between the pinnacle, behind the hidden wall, the girl. And then here we've got an interesting one in the way that we've got this box here, and then underneath it another one again. So there's two texts there. So we've got the upturned bread loaf, a box, and then we've got this up, along, down, you know, house. But importantly, this one, the square box, is water, a lake, and we use this in traditional art. So when the traditional custodians helped greatly here to translate these texts, stuff like this was vital, because of course they already knew what that was, you know, and it's a term for lake or water. You wouldn't use it for sea, but you know, certainly lake, and so once again, between the pinnacles, behind the hidden wall, the girl in the sacred lake. And what that is that's the waters around us here, Broken Bay waters, you know, because remember, she's on the other half of her is on the island, you know, in the house, you know, and then what else have we got? So it keeps on coming down. So damaged now, but it wasn't so bad several years ago. And it only takes, because I read glyphs every day, that's pretty obvious to me what it was. Im, you heard me saying Im when I was talking Egyptian a little while ago, and Im, you know, and but another thing for Im is it comes forth. You see, going into it. So the girl in the sacred waters in the house comes forth. And then one more feminine, you know, the great mistress in the back of. And you see this, look at this, there's a door like that, and there's a thing. So what this is saying is in the back of. And so when I read it all again, from start again in a minute, you'll get it. Let's do it. So between the pinnacles, behind the hidden wall, the mistress in the sacred waters in the house of the great mistress, which is Marie, the great mother, behind the hidden door. And then over here we've got this one here. And what this is inside. And we can just see a long one coming down, and then that line, you know. So these are found we use these every day in Egypt, in the study of Egyptology. These come, what I just explained then, comes directly out of those. So those already known sign lists that we use within the study of Egyptology today at university level. So not an enthusiast on the internet. You know, you'll get A, B, C. So the difference between this and what we used to know was that.
No, mate.
Okay. What we used to know before we realised ideograms behind the hidden door and this sort of thing. So before that, this feminine here was just simply T, and this box was est, like that, you know, and so on. So you can imagine trying to read that, thinking that that's an A and that's a C and that's an S, you know, like the story went fucking nowhere, you know. And so when again, you know, the influence of today's still living culture, the traditional artist and those passing down knowledge, you know, when that was applied here, once again, it just opened it up. So we can demonstrate today that, you know, like Egyptian hieroglyphs had an origin here. And how we can demonstrate it is greatly by the number of their glyphs that are Australian ideogram glyphs as well, and carry the same meaning still, you know. But there's just so many of them. It's not like one or two. We often get shared symbols we call them shared or international shared symbols, where a lot of races and that's not the right word, is it? A lot of societies all around the world cultures and faiths and all
cultures.
that shared the same images, you know. And but what's different is they've got different words to them, you know what I mean? In that country it means hair, and in that country it means foot, you know. And but Egypt and Australia, the ideogram images, what they mean here is what they mean over there, you know, it never changed. And so it's not just they shared the images, they shared the meanings behind the images, you know. And so it doesn't end there. It comes over here now.